Hello guys, welcome back to Chenda DIY, and today's video I'll be showing you how to crochet a patchwork cardigan. It is inspired by Harry style cardigan. I know it's really late for this trend, but somebody requested me to make this cardigan. So I made this cardigan as a friendly for beginners, showing you how to make the square, how to attach the square together, and how to make the ribbing and attach the ribbing into the square. Okay, now let's get into the video. For this cardigan, you guys can use any type or any size of yarn and any size of crochet hook that fit with your thread. First, we are going to make the square. To begin, make a slip knot. For crochet the square, I'm using 3.5mm crochet hook. And for the ribbing panels, I'm using 2.5mm hook. And chain 26, it is equal 5 inches length. If you guys want your cardigan bigger, please add more chains. After you got 26 chains, next we are going to make half double crochet. For row 1, skip 2 chains and make half double crochet into the third chain. To make half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through the loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Keep repeating this into every chain until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. After you reach the end of the row, next for row 2, chain 1, turn your work and make half double crochet into the stitch near chain 1. Keep making half double crochet into every stitch until the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. Remember, chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. After you reach the end of the row, for the next row, we are going to repeat row 2 until you reach row 18. It is equal 5 inches length. If you guys want your cardigan longer, please add more rows. After you reach row 18, then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. So this is what the square looks like after you reach row 18. For the length and the height of the square, it is equal 5 inches length. So for this cardigan, you will need 45 squares in total. Next, we are going to sew the squares together. After you finish sewing the front part, then sew the back part by repeat the same thing like the front part. And then sewing the sleeves. Next, we are going to sew the front part and the back part together. After you finish sewing the front part and the back part together, next, we are going to attach the sleeves. Fold it into 2 pieces. And use stitch marker to mark at the middle part of the sleeves. So the middle part of the sleeve must be placed on the middle part of the cardigan, or where we're sewing the front part and the back part together. For this middle part, it is where the top of the shoulder. Repeat the same thing to the other side. Next, turn the cardigan right side out. And we are going to make single crochet around the edges of the bottom part and the neckline part. To begin, attach the yarn and chain 1. Next, we are going to make single crochet into the same stitch with chain 1. To make single crochet, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through the loop. And now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 2 loops. Keep making single crochet into every stitch around until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. After you reach the end of the row of the bottom part, next we are going to make single crochet around the edges of the neckline. Continue from where your last stitch is and chain 1. Then make single crochet into every stitch around until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. After you reach the end of the row, next we are going to make slip stitch. Insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through all the loops. For the next part, we are going to make the waist ribbing panel. Continue from where your last stitch is and chain 16. It is equal to inches length. If you guys want your ribbing longer, please add more chains. Next, for row 1, skip 2 chains and make double crochet into the 3rd chain. To make double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through the loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops again. Keep making double crochet into every stitch until you reach the end of the row, then I will meet you back again. After you reach the end of the row, next skip 2 stitches and make slip stitch into the 3rd stitch. So this is what the first row of the ribbing looks like. Next, for row 2, make a slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. Then turn your work. Don't forget to count the number of the stitches to make sure that you don't miss some stitch or get over stitch. Next, we are going to make double crochet but into the back loop only, into every stitch until the end of the row. For this last stitch, I'm going to make double crochet into both loops. Next, for row 3, chain 3. Turn your work and make double crochet back loop only into every stitch until the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. After you reach the end of the row, next, skip one stitch and make slip stitch into the second stitch. For the next row, we are going to repeat row 2 and row 3 around until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. So for this chain 3 also count as a stitch. If your last row ending up here, you don't have to cut off the yarn. But if you end down here, you have to chain 1 and cut off the yarn like me. Next, we are going to make the neckline ribbing panel. To begin, attach the yarn and chain 12. It is equal 1.5 inches length. If you guys want your ribbing longer, please add more chains. Next, we are going to repeat the same thing like the waist ribbing panel. Keep making double crochet back loop only until you reach row 4. Then I am going to showing you how to make the buttonhole. After you made 5 double crochet back loop only, then chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and make double crochet back loop only into every stitch until the end of the row. Then we are going to make slip stitch to connect the ribbing part into the cardigan. For the first buttonhole, after you made double crochet back loop only for 4 rows, then make the buttonhole at the 5th row. And for the second and third buttonhole, make 7 rows of double crochet back loop only and make the buttonhole at the 8th row. And after you got 3 buttonholes, then keep repeating row 2 and row 3 around until you reach the corner part of the neckline. Then we are going to make decrease to have the ribbing part at the neckline not ruffle. So for the last stitch of the turning row, we are going to make double crochet back loop only with slip stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook into the back loop, yarn over and pull through the loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then continue insert the hook into the single crochet stitch, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. Then skip 1 single crochet stitch and continue insert the hook into the next single crochet stitch, yarn over and pull through all 2 loops. So this is how we made double crochet back loop only with slip stitch. Next, we are going to make a slip stitch into the next 3 stitches. So this is how we decrease for the ribbing panel. Keep repeating this until you reach the corner part. Then make double crochet back loop only with slip stitch. And after you reach the corner part, then keep repeating row 2 and row 3 into every stitch until the end of the row. After you reach the end of the row, then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And next, we are going to sew the bottom. Next, we are going to make the ribbing panel around the wrist. It is the same thing like the waist and the neckline ribbing panel. The difference is we are going to make slip stitch decrease. To make slip stitch decrease, skip one stitch and insert the hook into the next stitch. Yarn over and pull through the loop. Then, skip one stitch and continue insert the hook into the next stitch. Yarn over and pull through all 2 loops. So this is count as your first slip stitch. Then make the second slip stitch by repeat the same thing like the first one. After you have made 2 slip stitch decrease, then turn your work and make the double crochet back loop only into every stitch until the end of the row. For the next row, we are going to repeat row 2 and row 3 around until you reach the length around your wrist. If it's too tight, please make less decreasing row by make 3 rows of slip stitch decrease and 1 row or 2 rows with normal slip stitch, no decrease. Keep repeating around, then I will meet you back again. After you reach the end of the row, then flip the ribbing panel wrong side out and we are going to make slip stitch into every stitch to connect the ribbing panel together. After you reach the end of the row, then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. For the remaining yarn, use the knit needle to weave in. Repeat the same thing to the other sleeve. And now your patchwork cardigan is done. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to click like and leave a positive comment down below. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.